I wasn't really going to show you this part, but I thought, might as well. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut this rubber. This rubber, they went up at least to the bottom of this, and they might have shoved it up a little bit above that. I'm not going to take it all the way back just yet, but I want to get it maybe to there. I'm thinking this plywood is a little damaged under here. I'm just gonna cut it to the floor level. For right now, I'm hoping not to have to cut any of the floor bit off. Boy, that's kind of tricky there. There we go. I want to see how much of this wall I have to patch. Well, we'll take a better look at that after I cut this next bit over here. Hey, I have not changed my shoes yet. I'm not supposed to be out here with my good shoes. Shame on me. These are my good shoes. I don't wear these out here. Wear my crappy shoes out here. I'll probably throw them away after this. I've only untied these shoes probably 5 times ever. The shoelaces still look good. And that's how I do it every time. I pull them off, use my shoehorn to put them on. I got that shoehorn from IKEA for like $1. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this little section off right here. Same way. Still sticky on the back. Still, after all this time. Come on. Oh, I'm right through a staple. Would you believe it? Jeez. Okay. There. Okay. Now I can peel this up. I guess you get to see the fun stuff I get to do. Move my stuff out of the way so I can get the cardboard out of here. I've left this cardboard down for a very good reason, as to not damage my floor tiles with me working here. So I guess today's the day to move that cardboard. And see this floor, I should probably sweep it. I have a feeling I'm going to cut it back just a hair further. But I thought let's fold it up and take a quick look. I'm kind of curious how much of the rock hard wood putty I'm going to have to do along the edges here. Okay, so this membrane area, I'm going to save this. At least that was my thought. And looks like it's stuck just in a few spots here, huh? I gotta be careful with this because I wanna save it if I can, and if not, I may have to cut it back here after I loosen it up. See, they put just a little bit of tar in a couple spots to keep it down, because see over here, it's loose. Okay. I'm trying to keep it tight to the ground so as not to rip the surface. But you know what? If I were to rip the surface, I guess I could patch it with that roofing coating that I have. All right. Okay. Boy, this is going to take me a little bit. I don't know how much of it's stuck over here. Over here, it's loose, and over here, it might be stuck a little bit. See it on the edge. On the edge over here, it's okay. See right here. And maybe I should just leave it alone, because I can peel this back. That's all I needed, actually. I was going to pull this whole thing back, but I can cut it a little bit further to the corner. I think that's what I'll end up having to do, so I don't rip this flooring. Boy, I thought for sure I could get it under here. I think that's loose. I think it's just this one little piece. I'm going to work on this a little bit, see if I can get it up. Now here's one thing to note. Am I a licensed professional roofer, sealer, tile installer, Mr. Know-how on how to make this exactly perfect to match up with this other? No, I am not. This is my layman's way of fixing this. As you can see, if you've been watching all these videos, if you saw the videos at the first, you would know that the guys who installed this must not have been professional at this either, because this thing was so waterlogged and nasty, it all had to be torn out. So apparently they pretty much didn't know what they were doing either, because of around all the corners that were leaking. Every single corner and transition areas on the exterior perimeter were leaking. And so this is my way of thinking on how to fix this. Is there 5 other ways to do this floor? Yeah, probably. This is just my way of doing it. And you know what? When I get done, this thing is not going to leak. It's not going to fail like it did before. Mark my words, it's not going to. It's just not going to do it. And here's another area where I know I have to seal up this way, because this is the exterior stucco. This is the column that goes all the way up. Okay, before they didn't have any seal or anything on there, and the water just flowed right down between this and the subfloor, between this and the floor tiles. Boom, right down through there, leaked it down through there. Got the 2x4, the 2x6 wet. Got the edge of the flooring wet, and that just soaked up as like a sponge. Went around the corner. That's why, and went over this way. That's why this is all still damaged. You should have seen this floor in here. This was all caved in. The 2x6 that was going across here had failed and fallen through. They didn't have any joist hangers on anything. The blocks they had in there were rotted out and falling through and all that. So they didn't seal along there. They also didn't seal along over here. This whole thing here didn't get sealed. So water was going down in there. This whole thing was all dry rotted out here too. Okay, so I've got to, once I fix this and get this flat, I got to get it flat just back to this surface, not the outside of the stucco, because I don't know, the tiles were cut and the tile has to fit in here and around this corner. So I can't do much about filling this stucco in or anything. I'm just going to fill the surface back and get this all sealed back in there properly. And then I have to do that around this edge too, all the way out to here. Okay, so I've got my work still cut out for me, but at least I don't have to get back down inside the pit. The pit is an afterthought now. That's all done, out of sight, out of mind, but we know what it looks like. We know it looks really super good. I don't have to go up and down the ladder anymore. And now it's all about working on top of this floor.